Salary?
Yep. Today's the Prinny Squad's payday.
I get that part. Now, explain to me why I have to pay your vassal's salary.
My vassals are your vassals, right? Well, then it's only natural that you sign their paychecks.
Ugh, I can't argue with that. Fine, but it's not coming out of my pocket.
Huh? I thought you had plenty of money.
That's my allowance. No one's touching it.
Stingy.
Shut up! So who's the richest guy around here? We'll just loot his place.
Is he always like this?
Yep, always.
I've never met anybody like that in Celestia.
I'd be amazed if you did. But you won't last long in the Netherworld if something like this surprises you.
Ooh, this is such a culture shock to me.
Episode 3, A Hint of Kindness.
Hello everybody, it's me Keese, and welcome back to Let's Play Disgaea DS. In the last one, we beat the crap out of a special little angel, and now she's our friend. Kind of. I'm also gonna manually rearrange this because I am OCD, and I am used to having Flawn down there. So everybody can just do that. Anyway, in this one, we're not going to proceed in the story, as you'll see soon. But first, let's talk to Manti. Where's the assassin? I'll take him on. Good day, I'm Angel Trainee Flawn, the assassin dispatched from Celestia. Pleased to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you too. Prince, you sure this the assassin? Don't ask. Oh, Manti, you're such a good guard dog. Because of the fact that you're terrible at actually guarding the place. This is what Laharl has to deal with every day. I accidentally skipped that, but okay. For once, Golek hasn't said something dumb. I think Golek's the straight one. I'm not sure, but Dratty's always has something funny to say, so say something, Dratty. If you don't have money, steal it! It's so cool that playing dirty is permitted in the Netherworld. I don't think anyone gave permission. It's a unspoken rule, Flawn. It's a whole part of that culture thing, you see? What you're seeing right now is just a part of the iceberg. Just the tip. I said that wrong. Let's just see if there's any new entries in Etna's diary. I'm scatterbrained right now. I apologize. Celestial Visitor. A funny angel arrived from Celestia recently. She has orders from the Seraph to assassinate the king. But the king died 2 years ago. What a bonehead. Anyway, if she gets in my way, I'll have to get rid of her. And the plot thickens. See, this is why we want to check that little corner over there. The bathroom, because there's plot in the bathroom that you don't want to miss. So it's kind of important. And I think that's everything in the castle that's new so far. Maybe there's new items, but I'm not entirely sure. But there's one last thing that we have to check. Oh, actually, Zami. I forgot about Zami. That was very to the point of you. So, yeah, but time for the reason as to why we can't move on in the story. I have located the richest demon in the vicinity, but due to a barrier, I cannot open a gate there. So, what can we do? You need a key. A key? Yes, in order to open a closed gate, you must fulfill a specific condition. The condition for this gate is that you must be equipped with an item that is level 10 or higher. The prince has to equip it? This gate key stuff is pretty picky. It is, and it's annoying. But it also introduces one of my favorite things about Disgaea, which is the item world. You must enter the item world in order to level up this item. Let me warn you that the item world for a highly ranked item has many strong enemies. My advice is to start with a common sword to avoid getting in over your head. Please be careful, Prince. And receive the Keeseexteewan, or in the PSP and PS2 versions, the Mr. Keeseexteewan, because text limitations. And if you're wondering why I gave her an Asian accent, that was because I accidentally gave her an Asian accent in a failed recording of this. But yeah, we can't go to the richest demon here, because he has actually not that strong security. I mean, it's pretty strong considering that you need a level 10 item, but anybody could just grab a common sword and just beat up a couple of demons in the item world and be done with it. But that's also not the primary reason that we are going to, well, not go anywhere. And that's because in this episode we're going to delve into a bit of politics. That's right. Poly meaning there's lots of them. That's what poly literally means. And ticks, which are blood-sucking insects. That's what politics means, kids, by the way. But yeah, first things first is, does Flawn have... No, Flawn doesn't have any mana, so she can't really create a new character. Nope, no she can't. Of course. Because she has no mana, because she hasn't killed anything yet. So, I will be creating new characters with a Sova. And I will be explaining a feature in the game, but that'd be later on. First, let's go over the Dark Assembly. Because so far all we've done with it is create new characters. Now you can do actually a ton of things in the Dark Assembly. You can raise military funds, which is useless, don't bother it. It almost always fails. I've never had passed. So, yeah, and it doesn't even give you that much money. But, first thing you can do is take a promotion exam. Now what this does is it raises, as you can see there, your rank in the Dark Assembly. Now I usually do this with Laharl, but for demonstration purposes I'll do it with Sova, since we'll be using her later as well. So, let's take the promotion exam, and as you can see, there's... Actually, this is a terrible idea with Sova. What am I thinking? I will do it with Laharl, because he's our strongest character, and Sova can't attack for crap. So as you can see there, it tells you what enemies you'll be fighting. Now, the promotion exam is pretty straightforward, so let's just defend and have them attack Laharl, because that's what he does the best. I hope they don't kill him, which is highly unlikely because he's defending. Yeah, I just hope that the combo doesn't deal additional damage to him, because that can be kind of painful. And now we could just do Blazing Knuckle and be over and done with it.
Here I come!
There you go. Oh, did the other guy not count? Oh, he did. I just didn't see him. Okay. Well, let's end our turn, because, well, yeah. Not much else we can do apart from losing. I was hoping he'd counter the other guy, but another Blazing Knuckle and that should finish it. There you go. Sorry for seeing the same attack twice, but this is literally the easiest thing, and it's practically a grind once you start fighting multiple enemies in, you know, harder and harder promotion exams. So there you go, we've passed the exam. And now what does that do? Well, now if you choose Laharl to summon the assembly, we can do more stuff. So instead of simply raising military funds, we can make more expensive stuff. Or cheaper stuff. This essentially changes the rank of the items in the shops. I don't know why that word escaped me there for a minute, but it did. Anyway, yes, that's what the promotion exam does. It lets you unlock more things. So we're not gonna delve into that much more deeply because Laharl can't really pass another one. He killed those, that 4-on-1, but there's a level 8 there and Laharl is a level 8. While it may not be that, he has a chance of living, I'd rather not risk it. That, and if you die in the promotion exam, so if your character dies, then you kind of get a game over and start over from your last save. So that's a warning to you. Now what we want to do today, since we can't do it with Flan, though I'll do that off screen, sorry I had a little hiccup there, is create pupils for her. Now we have created pupils for other characters. I forget who is the who's the teacher and who's the pupil. I'll see. Let's see. I usually give it to Laharl at the start of the game. Oops. Pupil. There you go. Jesse, Tim, and Fier. Now who is Sova's teacher? Etna. Mentor, teacher, same thing. So we'll give Sova some pupils. Now, so far pupils are just characters that have been created by other characters. But they have another special use, and I will show you that, well, in this one. But first, let's create their characters. Now, I'm just gonna do that so we can see what kind of skull he is and lower his attack because he has no use for it. Alright, there you go. I'm gonna create 2 more skulls, each of different colors, and I will see you guys by the end of this. And we're done. So, oops, I pressed start. Yeah. There you go. We have created Reddy, Greenie, and Bluey. I'm just gonna call them by that name because that seems to be the simplest. And okay, I didn't remember lowering his stats, but okay. Okay, the other skulls seem to have better stats, and actually don't know why that is. I actually legitimately don't know. Oh, interesting. That's new to me. Both of them are good for nothings. Like, all of them are good for nothings, I should say. That's interesting. Is that a glitch? I'm not sure. But that's not really that important. So Esmeralda, please. Prince, you must have a level 10 plus item equipped in order to open a new gate. Until you fulfill this condition, I cannot transport you there. You must enter the item world and, in order to level up an item, please ask the guide to the item world for more information. That was cringy, I admit, but that's not what we're going to do today. So we'll just access the tutorial map since it has the lowest leveled enemies, I'm pretty sure, and I will be showing you why this is so useful. And Sova has a bow right now, so really if you're gonna do this, equip her with a staff first. Equip whoever you're gonna, teach a spell to with a staff, because as you can see, Sova has access to fire. Now if we move her pupil away, who knows fire, she doesn't know fire. This is because of the pupil and mentor system in Disgaea. Now this is very, very useful for teaching spells mainly, but you can also teach skills, but they're not, as useful. But yeah, you can use them to teach spells to characters that would otherwise not learn them. So let's just do that. And oh, that's unfortunate. That's a bit unfortunate. So let's just have a sacrificial Prinny and defend our pupil. Now, we'll end our turn, and I will show you the results of that in the next turn. They're getting beat up, but Sova can heal herself if she wants to. Now, there. We have earned some EXP towards fire. Why is that important? That's because if we move her pupil away, she can't use fire anymore. To be able to use that spell without having our pupil next to us, we need to get that spell to level 1, which is what we're gonna do now. And hopefully, well, we're gonna teach Sova other spells as well. So we can give her a bit more of an offensive, role if we wanted to. That, and it makes it so she can use a staff, which also helps her healing ability. So it's not just so that she can attack people, but also so that she can heal better as well. And also gain a bit more EXP since you don't get EXP for healing. I highly recommend you do this with your healer, and if I can get to her, Flawn, because Flawn, as you can see, only knows the power of love, which is a healing spell with an amazingly large area of effect. Now, other than this, she's kind of useless right now, so I seriously recommend you do this. Otherwise, you won't be finding that much of a use for her, seriously. And with that, I think what I'll do is I will end off with... Oh, I've already done that, but... Yeah, what I will do now is I will cut to the character bio for today, which, surprise, surprise, I kind of showed her off a bit earlier, is Flawn. Take it away, future me. I don't know why I did the hand spinny thing, but I did. Kinda awkward. Now I'm spinning them in separate directions. That's right, everybody, we're doing a bio on the most adorable assassin in all of the Netherworld, and also potentially Celestia. Just don't question it. Now, Flawn, what can I say about her? Well, what I can say is that she makes a pretty decent early game mage or healer. So she doesn't completely replace the mages and healers that we have so far. It's just that she has better stats at the start of the game, though there are better options as the game progresses, mostly in the post-game. Her stats and weapon mastery reflect this. As you can see, she has pretty high intelligence and resistance, abysmal attack and defense, and average stats everywhere else, so because of that, she can last longer than other mages and healers, but she still shouldn't be fighting in the front line. This is also reflected by her weapon mastery, as any melee weapon, she's just terrible with it. I mean, you can make her use it, but it'll take her forever to learn anything, and it's just not a good idea overall. She's very, very squishy. Now, she does the best with staves, however you pronounce that, but the problem with that is despite her S mastery in it, she doesn't learn any spells of her own, at least not when she starts. You get her at level 5, so yeah. The first skill that she gets is a very good, very, very good actually, healing spell with a large AoE, though you have to be a bit careful with it since it can also heal enemies, but it is really, really good. Her next two skills are also pretty damn powerful, and these are the first two attack skills that she ever gets, but she starts to get them at level 15. So that is a problem, because she has nothing to attack with, and you can't gain EXP through healing, which is a problem they fixed in Disgaea 2, but sadly, this isn't a remake of Disgaea 2. So because of that, either to make Flawn viable, using staffs, you either have to give her pupils and teach her spells, which can require some time depending on the spell, and really just it can be a hassle and she can easily fall behind. Now, because of her becoming potentially useless early in the game, I would recommend giving her a bow, just to make things easier so she can attack things relatively easily. Though I also recommend giving her a staff, keeping the staff that she has with her, and just going through that grind of trying to teach her spells. Trust me, it's worth it. Even better if you teach her healing spells as well, because she is pretty good at that stuff, and plus, come on. How can you say no to that face? If you don't use her, come on. You have to use her. She's adorable. Overall, she's a pretty good addition to the party if you put in the time and effort required to make her a better fighter or healer. Or both! Because you can make her do both, and she's pretty good at doing both. And it's always better to have 2 healers than 1, so why not? Other than that though, really I have nothing else to say. She has nothing else really special about her, apart from maybe 100, I could say she has 100% aptitudes and everything, but all of the main characters have that. So yeah, that's Flawn, everybody. Okay, I'm pretty sure the bio is done by now, but as you can see, we've gotten Fire to level 1, and now we're gonna go for Wind. Now, while I made these characters to be throwaway characters because we're not really gonna try leveling them up, you still want to level them up, because even though you've taught the teacher slash mentor slash whatever you want to call them a spell, they won't learn any new spells. Only the pupils can learn new spells, which is why you want to level them up, but you don't really care for them, which sounds terrible, I know. Don't bother caring for your pupils, oh no. But yeah, and as you can see, Fire's range has increased, which is very handy, but if we had a wand with us, well, staff I should say, it would already be at that range, since staves increase the range of your spells, which is again also very handy, which is why we're doing it with Sova. So, I think I will cut to the end of this little grind session here, and end off the episode. I have also forgotten to mention that weapon mastery is actually very important for when it comes to learning skills, because Flawn, compared to Sova, learns skills much faster, and that's because she has an S mastery in staves. And I'll just demonstrate that right here really quickly. And as you can see, if we get to her specials, she got 20 EXP instead of 15, which is something to keep a note of. And we're back. Now, Sova didn't get all of her spells. Where is it? In check, she only got Fire and Wind because she ran out of SP, which is kind of awkward. So, yeah. One thing I forgot to mention about the pupil and mentor system, teacher system, whatever you want to call it, is that teachers and pupils have an increased chance to team attack with each other. So that's a thing that isn't that helpful, considering that you most of the time want to be using special attacks to be dealing the most damage you can. But it's there if you want to. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be the end of this one. In between episodes, I am going to grind out... Ooh, we can claim a prize, a Dark Orb. I'm going to give that to... what's her name? Sova. Because, let's be honest, Sova needs to be healed. I also got Flawn to kill something in that last one because... well, let's be honest here. Sova, she kind of couldn't kill an enemy that was level 1 by herself, which is kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. So, in the next one, we are gonna do something that still isn't progressing with the story, but it kind of is. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye!